Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video on what's expected on the DAGR assignment and the reasoning and logic behind it. The easiest way to do the assignment is to bring up the reading in one screen and bring up the DAGR assignment in the other screen. Now, of course, if you don't want to use the online version of the book, that's fine. The first section of the assignment, Demonstrate Knowledge and Understanding, is meant to be done while you're reading the book. So let's look at chapter 1 here. Reading. We get to what is sociology. First question on the DAGR assignment is define sociology. Read this section, answer question 1. The next section in the book is how to think like a sociologist. Second section of the book aligns with question 2. Summarize how to think like a sociologist. And the next question, briefly explain the difference between scientific and non-scientific knowledge. List an example. This is the next section in the book here. Practical versus scientific knowledge. Read this and then answer the question. Section 1, you are doing the readings and demonstrating a higher form of thinking and knowledge than just memorizing terms from the book. Each question follows the order of the book, so you're not flipping around looking for answers. You just answer the questions as you go through the reading. You demonstrate your knowledge of the reading by answering the questions. You will pull up the assignments in class in your groups at the beginning of the active learning assignment. Each assignment will be peer-reviewed by one other person, and then the final grading will be done by me. So each DAGR assignment in section 1 is meant to be directly aligned with the reading. And as far as answering these questions, just give me a brief answer. Sociology is blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter how long the answer is, as long as the answer is complete. Some people can write more succinctly, which means they can fit more information in a shorter sentence. But if you have to write a little bit more, that's fine. The important thing is you answer the question to your best ability. Okay, let's go over section 2, prepare for discussion and debate. And so what you should do also, especially if you're reading a paper copy of the book, is to make some notes with a pencil or pen in the margins, because the first question in this section is, what do you consider the most interesting, important, and or useful theory, term, or concept for understanding social life in chapter 1? And I should also note, if you are using the online version of the book, you can just double click on a term and create a note here. And so this is meant to help you prepare for your multimedia project by identifying something that you're interested in or something that piques your interest. For example, if you come across conflict theory in chapter 1 and you're like, oh wow, this really explains social life from a perspective I've never considered before. It really made me think. Just jot down what you consider the most interesting, important, or useful theory, term, or concept. And for question 2, prepare notes for a small discussion debate on why you think it's the most important, interesting, and useful. Again, just jot down a few notes and ideas on why you think that theory, term, or concept is interesting or useful. And then the third question in section 2, consider how this theory, term, or concept could be used for your multimedia project. This section is designed for you to just jot down a couple notes about the material you're learning, relate it to your personal interest in life, as far as what you want to do your multimedia projects around. And then in class, you'll get to discuss these with other people and develop ideas and brainstorm about your multimedia projects. Okay, let's look at section 3. So apply theories, concepts, and terms. Apply one of the theories, terms, or concepts from section 1 and 2 to a real-world example or scenario. Again, this is to get you thinking in terms of real-world problems or scenarios. And for your multimedia project, you could use a theory to explain homelessness. According to structural functionalism, it says homelessness exists because of XYZ. Or you could use conflict theory. According to conflict theory, homelessness exists because of XYZ. Now, of course, you can get more detailed about the example and the scenario you use, and I want you to use this as a time to develop your own multimedia projects and your own thoughts around things you're interested in. But at the very basic level, you just take a theory, a term, or a concept, and you apply it or you use it to explain a real-world example or scenario. That's it. Could be 1 or 2 sentences. You can write a whole paragraph. If you write a whole paragraph, maybe you can use that in your multimedia project later. If you really don't understand it yet, do your best. Write a couple sentences. We'll give you feedback in class, and I'll give you feedback at the end of the assignment when I give the final grade. Let me just note, if this assignment seems a little foreign to you, don't stress out. This isn't the normal degradation ceremony in college where people try and prove how much smarter they are than you. If you don't know an answer or how to answer a question, I will give you a chance at the beginning of class to ask questions, and I will do my best to answer those questions during the lectures so you can finish answering your question then. Let's go over section 4, give and receive feedback. Based on chapter 1 readings and what you've learned in class so far, list any ideas, questions you have for a multimedia project. Be creative and innovative. Think outside the box. So again, you're going to do the readings. You're going to think about the material in the readings. You're going to apply it to what you're potentially interested in for your multimedia project, or just what you're interested in understanding about social life today, and just make a few notes. Question 2. Prepare to give and receive feedback on sections 1 through 3 and active learning groups. So when you come to class, you'll get into your assigned groups. Then each of you will peer review one other person's DAGR assignment. When I say, and here it says, make notes about what you think other students should know, take away from the reading and questions above. This could just be things that are interesting to you. You could think more like a teacher or like a manager if you were wanting people to learn this knowledge, what you think they should know. This will help you develop skills on giving other people feedback, and it creates a higher order of thinking than just memorizing terms from a book for an exam. Okay, so let's take a look at the last section here. Reflect. Take this moment to reflect on the material in your own learning since the beginning of the course. So for question 1, are there any questions and concerns you have about the theories, terms, and/or concepts in chapter 1? If you have some, please list them. If you don't, say no. But some people might not understand one of the theories, terms, or concepts because until you wrap your mind around sociological thinking, a lot of these terms, concepts, and theories can be very abstract. Question 2, how has your thinking about the social world changed since you started the course? These are metacognitive questions. These are meant for you to reflect on your own learning. You're not just memorizing for an exam. You're thinking about your thinking, which is a great skill to have as you grow in life and in any profession. And then number 3, how is the material relevant to your own life, interests, and experiences? Again, this all centers around your multimedia projects and relating the material to your own life, and so that this course is more useful to your life, generally speaking.